Welcome to our new summer series where each Friday throughout the month of August, I'll be paying two designers to go head to head to create a logo based on the same brief, with the prices increasing each week. We'll get to see how different people tackle the same brief and learn about their design process along the way. Each designer has set their own price for what they typically charge, and I won't find out how much I've paid them until I've seen their final work at the end of the video. They both have 1 week to complete the work, and the winner also gets a $100 Amazon gift card because the YouTube algorithm loves a winner. So let's meet this week's designers.
Hello everyone, my name is Abner. I'm a logo designer located in Jakarta, Indonesia. I've been a logo designer for a year or so, and I think one of my favorite logos that I've made is called Liko Juice. It's a logo for a juice company that my friend had to make in his university years. I think that's about it.
My name is Jeremias. I'm from General Roca, Argentina, and I've been a graphic designer for about 16 years. My favorite logo is called Valkyria, a brewery logo for a local brewery. That's the one I like.
Okay, let's get straight into the brief. So you're going to be working with Pally's Pizzas. Pally's Pizzas is a world-famous American Italian restaurant chain with heavy inspiration from the late 70s, early 80s dining era. Pally is the company mascot. He's an Italian wolf, which is Italy's national animal. The target audience for Pally's Pizzas are families and children parties. They're for everyone of all genders, groups who enjoy bowling, gaming, and delicious pizza. The main competitors are Chuck E. Cheese, Showbiz Pizza Place, Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, and Pizzaland. That is the brief that you're going to be working on. Would love to know your thoughts about it. Yeah.
No question. I like the 1970s inspired. I like that time of design.
I'm quite the same. I have no question whatsoever. I'm really excited for the challenge because I don't really have much experience, so this would be fun, I think.
Guys, we're really excited to see what you're going to come up with. We'll talk to you in a week. You can pause the video now if you want to design your own logo before seeing their work. The brief is in the description. Feel free to use the design in your portfolio and upload it to our Reddit, which is the top 4% of Reddit pages, so nice one, guys. Now I've told Abner and Jeremias the brief, let's see how they're feeling about the challenge.
My best idea so far would be like I'm putting on a cartoon retro style wolf type of mascot, like Disney style era, you know? Other than that, I'm gonna put on probably either a bowling or topics that was discussed. So I think that's about it about my idea so far. Not really much.
I don't have ideas yet, but because the logos and style of pizzerias in Argentina of 70s and 80s are very different to America's.
I feel really nervous and kind of scared actually. I don't have much experience, but like I'm hearing all these sorts of pinpoints like wolves, bowling, party, arcade. My mind is really having difficulties like mashing these ideas up. Even though I'm scared, I'm nervous, I'm really excited for the project.
Mascots are very hard, and a mascot and a logo are very different. So I don't know if I have to make the mascot.
Honestly, I don't even know. But when I saw him, like 15 years of experience, my mind goes, that's crazy.
If I say that I'm not a competitive person, I have to see how he works and what he do and how he solve problems. I hope the best one wins, but I hope I win.
We now know how they both feel about the brief and their rough ideas, so let's see how they're getting on with their logo creation process.
I've decided to make a retro-themed Disney-style mascot logo, and to make it more suitable for the kids in our generation, I've decided to give it a little bit modern-ish style to it. Initially, I considered using many colors and a sans-serif font. However, along the way, I changed my mind and opted for a red and cream combination using a serif font to make it more pizzeria and Italian-ish.
I did some research and I found out that the wolf in the Italian myth is a woman. So I decided that the wolf in the brand should be a woman because of the Italian myth of the founding of Rome. The colors for the character I use, I think it's very basic, but red, white, and green because of the flag of Italy. But for the logo, I think we red is part of the color scheme of the character, but also it's a very popular food color.
While designers are working on their logos, let's look at this week's sponsor, me. I've been a graphic designer for over a decade, and by far the best thing I've ever done is learn the art of bespoke branded type, logo type design. A lot of designers stick to fonts, and fonts are great. We can customize fonts as much as we like. However, nothing beats the art of understanding how to draw your own type, vectorize it, and use it as branded type for a client. So what we did is we created a course going through our process of branding a company through branded type, using our skills in logo type design. The course is called Logo Launch over on Design Academy. Design Academy is all about teaching what schools don't. We like to make sure that every video of ours has information in that you were not taught as a designer at schools or colleges, and also vital skills that have probably been left out of most online courses. If you'd like to learn the art of bespoke branded type design, then click the link in the description below or go to designacad.com/free taste so you can get a free taste of the videos and the lessons we show you. Back to the video.
While trying to combine all the themes, pizzeria, arcades, and bowling into one cohesive logo, I find it quite difficult. So I decided not to combine all the themes. Instead, I focus on making it clear so it's a pizzeria, which helps to streamline the design of the logo itself.
I am thinking in a classic serif font, like serif. I don't think it's very well used in this type of branding, and I think it might give some identity. It's not very arcadey, it's not very, but I think it's warm and it's weird to say that a font is warm, but I think it will give some warm feeling to the brand. I am comfortable with the working, but I will never be happy with the final product, so I always have that fear of losing. So, and I don't know how Abner is doing. I hope he's doing great. I would love to see what he's doing.
I'm pretty confident with the work been doing so far. Even though I may not be the best at logo designing yet, have little to none experience, I'm sure that I have a chance at winning this week's challenge.
Okay, it's been 1 week since we've seen the designers, and now I'm with Sam, who's going to help me decide who the winner is. How's it going?
I'm doing really great. I've been just waiting for this day to come. I'm quite nervous.
So I'm really excited to see your work. So could you walk me through the start and your whole process? I'd love to hear about it.
So a day after our first meeting, because my time zone is at the afternoon, firstly I just look at some references. I've been browsing through the internet, just looking for quite good references, looking for a big picture that I've been imagining. After that, the same old process, just quite a bit of mind mapping and mood boards. Then I started designing a few first versions at the placements of the typography. After that, the main part, which is the mascot that I've made for the logo itself, and then everything else comes around it. After I've made the mascot, I've made the super graphics, the mockups, and also the final designs.
Cool, that sounds awesome.
I hate the sketching part. I really hate it. I don't know why, but I hate it. When I turned to the digital, it came out so bad at first, and then I started reworking my brain all over again. But after I'm done with it, comes my favorite part, which is the mockup design, the super graphics, and when everything's going to the end part, it starts looking so good that I'm happy and feeling proud about myself.
Wow, what do you not like about the sketching part?
When I first sketched it and turned to digital, it seems so lifeless, it seems so dead. And then after a few revisions on my own, a couple opinions from my friends and families, it turned out well and I'm quite happy about it.
Nice, I like it. So Abner, tell me about your work.
So here's my final design logo for Pally's Pizza. I decided to make a retro Disney looking mascot from the 80s to the 90s to make it more fun and entertaining, while also retaining its modern vibe so the children of our age can also understand and also have fun.
This is cool. I like the presentation. Tell me more about it.
So I've chosen this red and white Jeremias color because it has some kind of approachability and with some boldness, but it'll also have this unique retro look to it that pizzeria have. So I've made the primary and the secondary and also the mark. The primary consists of the full body of the mascot, secondary probably for just signage and all the small things, and mark for the just the head, a simple head.
I like it. It works well. And the typeface you've used, this is kind of like this old serif font, display serif. It looks cool.
When I first made the design, I started with using a sans serif font, but I thought about it for a while and it looks too modern for the retro look. So I revised everything else again to be a more serif font, so it looks more retro in a way.
Nice. I like it. And you've got some cool mock-ups here as well.
For the pizza box, I just put on the primary logo with some super graphics behind it. Same with the wrapping and everything else.
Yeah, the wrapping looks sick as well. I love that. You can really see that it comes alive with the wrapping and seeing things in reality. Whoa, you got
You made a little pizza
little
guy.
pizza illustration.
Yeah, so I've created a friend for Pally's. His name is Pete the Pizza. He's just, every pizzeria has a pizza, so a pizza needs to be a mascot. And so Pally's not be alone, I got him a friend.
I love that.
Nice. You've got all these markups. What I really appreciate is all the mock-ups that you've got. Like even like on the coffee cups, it makes you feel like you can walk in and you sort of know where everything will be and what it looks like. Very consistent. I love the banner. That's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah, all these mock-ups look really, really good. And you really, really nailed that retro illustration style. It looks great.
Thank you very much. I'm quite flustered.
You're flustered. No, it's really good. I really like it. Yeah, obviously, like I love the mock-ups. I love the actual typeface you've used here, and having these marks, obviously the primary, secondary, and just the icon has a nice cohesion around it. It's very fun and friendly, which hits the nail on the head. It's retro as well, so it doesn't feel like it's modern. Sort of that American kind of family friendly vibe going on there. There's one thing though that I've spotted that you'll change like in 2 seconds, and you'll spot it when I say it, if you don't mind. It's not a bad thing. It's because I'm obsessed with typography. The P needs to move over slightly. It needs to be curved slightly to the right. And that's my only thing. That's because I'm obsessed though. So it's not a problem at all. It's
all
that,
good. It's all good.
It's brilliant though. Sam, what do you think?
I think it's great. Like I said, I think you're a very good illustrator, and I love that you decided to go the mascot route. And I would agree with Will that I think in these mock-ups, like the bag and the apron and the billboard, it could have used a little bit more. Like you could have brought those patterns in. The pattern's great. You could use it on the apron as background or in the cup even, and the tote bag, but I really, really like it, and you did a great job.
It looks old.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. The color scheme you've chosen as well. I'm a big fan of the cream and red. It's not like deathly red, and it's not too white. So you've just got this nice sort of warm tone with it, which is what you're looking for. Everything's got the sort of hue of yellow in there.
Yes, it's a very warm red color, not too oversaturated, which I like. It's easy on the eyes, but it also draws you in at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. It's
Is
easy
it?
on the eye. Also draw. That's the word that I'm looking for.
Yeah, you got it easy on the eyes. That's it. It is easy on the eyes. I wouldn't have said that, like those words there. That's the one thing when you do, these mock-ups here, you see this cup, make that easy on the eyes because you can really see the white.
Oh yeah, I forgot to turn the color, I think.
Now that's me nitpicking. I'm nitpicking here. So but honestly, I love it. It's great.
Thank you very much.
No, you're all good, dude. It's great.
Great job.
Jeremias, do you want to tell me your process for your design?
I always done sketching with pen and paper. I love to touch the handheld thing. Even if I have an iPad, I do Procreate. Even if the things that I draw never end in paper, it's like a no same paper. Everything that I think, I put in there, and if it's good, it's good. If it's not, I discard. Then I pass to Procreate, which I can erase more easily, and then Illustrator. Of course, there is the research. I do a lot of research.
Amazing.
My favorite part, as I say, I like sketching and finishing the detailing. I think I am in the opposite side of Abner. I don't like mockup. I think it's gonna be reflected in the final work. There are few mockup. I understand. I understand why they're there. They make and show the brand, but I don't really like that part. And my favorite is that sketching and finishing and detailing.
You're very similar to me then, because I love the sketching part and I also love the detailing part, as in we can obsess over the small things. So I really like that.
Me too.
Yes, I like it. It might be a problem because you never end in obsessing over something.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah, you never finish. Yeah, you never finish.
finish.
There's always one thing. Yeah, there's always one thing that you want to fix. So it's it's part of the creative struggle. You know.
Yes.
So Jeremias, let's take a look at your work. Wow.
Yes, this is my logo. This is a female wolf. I changed it. Here is explaining why I changed it. But I use a classic, kinda retro, but not so much style with the red and try to appeal to that arcade part and that pizza friendly, family friendly part of the brand.
It's cool. I really like it. Tell me about your sketches here, the mascot.
I choose a female wolf because she's in the meat. She's the female animal that fits the entire founders of Rome and Italy, and also it's more motherly and more warm, and I think that works better for the brand.
The logo here, first of all, it's got a lot of similarities to Abner's logo, hasn't it?
Yes, it's the mascot things. I think in the research, the brands all have mascots. That is like a thing of that places. So I think it's a logical conclusion that the mascot is important. And the first, especially in the brief, it said they have to be retro. The retro brands of that time all have mascots, so it's important.
So you've chosen the same color scheme, you've chosen a mascot, so both of your designs were very similar. One thing that I'm seeing in your design, Jeremias, it's a bit cleaner, which isn't bad. So you've made something that is still retro and vintage, but also feels slightly more modern. And I'm guessing it's because of the illustration style. You've got quite a clean version here from when you've designed it. So what made you go slightly cleaner than going more retro?
Versatility. Maybe it's my conception and a modern conception, but it should be fast to read and to remember. So it needs to be iconic. It needs to be a brand, because that's how you do something that people can put their experience to the brand and associate after with the use of it.
I got you. That makes sense. Your typeface, I love it. And I love the border around the logo. This border looks really cool. What inspired you? Was it these ones here, keeping the same frame?
Yes, the frame, the retro brand of that places all have frames, so it is a nod to that nostalgic part of that places.
Yes, and the color schemes you've chosen are very, pizza color scheme, right?
Yes.
Sam, what do you think?
I think it's great. I love the woman wolf, how you went towards that direction. I love how you went the clean route. The font is great. I would have probably capitalized the P in pizza just to balance it out a little bit more, but it's a very good font. And I love the pizza box mock-up as well.
And I love the sketches here. The sketches are
great.
They are. They're so cute.
They're very cute.
Well, thank you guys for sharing the work. It was both amazing. Me and Sam are going to go have a little private chat about your work now, and we'll let you know who the winner is after. Okay, so Abner's work. One thing I really liked about this was kind of its innocence. Because of the sort of the line work that he's used in his logo, it feels very cartoony. It isn't perfect. It feels kind of tattooy as well. So it inherently feels older than your Jeremias's, and it's perfect fitting. However, one thing that has bothered me is the type. I love the font that he's chosen. I think it works really well. However, it doesn't feel very balanced. There's a lot of empty space here within the apostrophe here, with the S and the P not being kerned. That's kind of like cheapened it for me slightly. I like to have like kerned type. So for me, that's like the big pain points. What about you?
I would agree with you in that I think the type is definitely a weakness, but I would say that this is stronger than Jeremias because it's retro and fun, and it really fits the brief. And he did all these mock-ups, which is a plus.
Exactly. Yeah, the mock-ups are a big thing. As we all like know, this is sort of our job. If you don't show mock-ups showing the context, it's harder for the person seeing the work to see the context. So not only has Abner done mock-ups for like the packaging, he's done these little like arcade ticket things as well.
Yeah, I didn't see that before actually. That's fun.
Yeah, bags, banners. We can actually see how the system works without having brand guidelines, because you can just put them in these different areas. So he spent a long time, and you can tell he loves doing mock-ups because it actually becomes alive, the work. I think purely on like a brand basis, this one is better. However, I think that is only because of the mascot, Pally himself.
Yes.
The typography is such an easy thing for me to see because that's where I'm sort of based in, is in typography. But if he spent a bit more time on that, checked it, did some balance on it, I think that would have made it 10 times better, my mind, of like a brand type. And here as well, the secondary icon, it doesn't fit as a circle. So he's done this banner, which might be a thing that he's chosen to do, I don't know. But normally I would like to see the actual arc of this fit around. It just feels kind of slapdash put together.
Yeah, there should have been like some lines of that circle or some extra little words here and there to balance it out.
The little pizza man, what was his name again?
Pete
the pizza. How did I forget? Like, it's unreal. Love it. This is perfect for branding, and this is what I would suggest people do within the mock-ups. And I think it is, to be honest, I do think I'm slightly swayed towards this one because of the mock-ups.
I agree.
However, let's move to Jeremias and see what he did and talk about his work.
Yeah.
First of all, my impressions on this is it feels modern. It doesn't feel as retro. It feels as if this is like the modernization of Abner's logo.
It does.
Like, yeah, it feels like, how Pizza Hut would change the logo or something like that, and they would try and keep this vintage aesthetic, but it ultimately just looks more modern.
It does. I think it's super cool how he dove into the history of the Italian wolf.
I think another thing surrounding Jeremias' work is his choice of like adding a female like mascot instead of a male, which I thought was interesting because he's not going for the arcadey type feel within this, like the old retro. He's trying to create the sort of new home food feeling. So I think it's a different feeling he's actually portraying through the design.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting approach. Not something I would think of. I think what he was going for is making it feel more like a family, warm, friendly family place, which is cool. But I think it's a little too far off from the brief because the brief, they really wanted to stick to the retro vibe, the vintage vibe. And while he did kind of stick to it, I think he went a little bit too modern.
I think we've chosen our winner, so let's invite the designers back to find out how much we paid them and tell them who the winner is for this week. So Abner and Jeremias, we have just had a little chat about your work, and first of all, we're very impressed, and I would love to know, because I don't know yet, how much did we pay you for your work? So Jeremias.
$100 is the fee.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So Abner, how much did we pay you?
My fee is $50.
$50.
Wait, 50.
50.
So we got $100 and we got a $50. Okay. First of all, guys, you need to charge more.
Absolutely.
You need to charge more, you guys. Yes, 100%. Wow. That's shocking.
That is very shocking.
First of all, you both have like amazing skills in logo design and art as well. It's very difficult for a lot of logo designers to be as artistic as you both have been. A lot of the time, we as designers try to keep things simple, but in your work, me and Sam were just talking about it, your work, there's a lot of detail, but it's just the right amount of detail within it. So you both definitely need to start charging more. You know what you're doing. Your presentations were good. I think $50 and $100, just 10 times that sort of idea in your head. Yeah, I think it's shocking because this level of work, you don't expect $100 and $50. So first of all, charge more. Be confident in charging more for your work. As a design agency ourselves, we see this as a cheap price for what we've seen. And we genuinely didn't know the price of this until right now, until you told us. So just want to encourage you, step up your prices, be confident, let your work speak for itself. And if you're struggling to compete in the design space, show more of your process and how you did it. And hopefully today, after showing your processes from behind the scenes to on this show, that people would actually come to know you as a designer more and commission you both for more work. So well done and charge more.
Thank you.
Thank you, and got it.
But guys, this isn't just any old show. This is a YouTube video, so there has to be a winner. So Abner, your work was great. Me and Sam both loved the retro feel. The color, the cream color was really nicely done. What we appreciated about your work was that although your typeface and the kerning issues are in there kind of detracted from the overall work of it, the whole logo, the actual mascot itself felt like a drawing. It felt very natural. And it felt retro. It felt like there was history on it. And Jeremias, your work was great. We both chatted about how clean it was, and we loved your thought process going throughout your work. We liked the idea of the framing and the way that companies like franchises would have that. So with that being said, our choice was Abner as the winner. And the reason why we chose this was simply because there was more mock-ups being shown and it felt like it was more on brief. However, Jeremias, your work was so clean and nice, which is what I like. You went for a real simplistic tone. However, if you just made the line work not as clean, I think it would have maybe added a bit more vintage retro vibes. But don't take that as like a bad thing, because your work is really good. You showed really clean line work within the illustration. However, for this brief, what we wanted was something more retro, something that felt like it was kind of like a tattoo on the arm. So that is our choices. What do you guys think?
Firstly, I'm quite surprised. I have so little experience of logo design and designing in general. What I really like about Jeremias, his logo design is, like you said, it's really clean, really professional. He really shows the process of what he makes. The research is very good, to the point. I didn't even thought about a female wolf before, but his work is really good.
Amazing. So Jeremias, what do you think, and what do you say about Abner's work? Did you enjoy it?
Yes. First of all, I as I said, it was really interesting. Oh, we both came to the same conclusion, and also I like the work. He's very young, or at least he looks very young. So he even can be way more further than what he's now, which in this point is incredible and very, very good. So he had an amazing career in front of him.
Oh, wow. That's really good to know. So guys, thank you so much for being part of the show. Both of your works were amazing. Really enjoyed it. If you're watching, give some love to the designers in the comments below. Their portfolio links, if you want to work with them, are in the description. So go ahead, click them, get in contact with them. Their prices will have gone up. If you have an interesting brief you'd like to see the designers tackle this summer, leave it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, please share it with your friends. We want to get a massive sponsor budget for week 5 and I'm not Mr. Beast. So get sharing if you enjoyed and let's make it happen. Head over to my Instagram or YouTube community tab on my channel for more information on how you can take part. Have a great weekend and see you next Friday.